Hey guys, coming at you with the Moog 8228 coil spring set for a 65 to 79 Ford F-Series truck, F100, F250. I'm doing this video because they have a specific note on every site that I've seen, and it says that it is meant for a truck with a 6,200 gross vehicle weight or less. It actually did say that on the Summit site, and I was kind of skeptical. And when I bought the springs, I had actually read somewhere on one website, I don't know if it was Parts Geek or some other one, and it was saying that they had a 62 wire diameter, and I was kind of worried when I ordered the springs. I know the other one that Moog makes is the more popular one, the CC808, which is a progressive cargo control spring. A lot of people buy those. They're the 71 wire diameter. I know that when I read on the forums and also on the JEGS and Summit websites, wherever they sell them, a lot of people were kind of disappointed in that spring because it did not give them the lift that they thought they were going to get with a brand new spring. Well, the CC808 is a progressive spring, so you got those tightly coiled, those are going to compress. Well, this spring, the 8228, is actually a constant rate spring. But I think that note where it says that it's meant for 6,400 or 6,200, whatever it is, or less, really steers people away from the spring. Well, I was happy to find out when I opened it that they were the exact springs in wire diameters that came on my 69 F250 that is a 7,500 gross vehicle weight. It's a camper special, and it was rated at 7,500 gross vehicle weight. It has a 390 in it, and when I pulled the springs out, which I will do now, this is the passenger side. This one is labeled driver's side. And that right there was the beginning of realizing that it was the right one. Let me see here on the driver's side. What's that? Driver's side, that's what that tag says anyway. Okay, so these are the Moog 8228 coil springs. It says specifically that it's only rated for a 6,200 or less gross vehicle weight. That is not correct. My truck was a 69 F250 factory with a 390 camper special. These are about 16 inches. My factory ones were 15 3/4, but being that they're 54 years old and they've had constant tension on them for those years, it doesn't surprise me that they'd be a quarter inch shorter. When you go to mic them, they're specific to driver and passenger because Ford had the wonderful idea of offsetting their engines more to the passenger side. So you can see that is correct, true to 70 wire diameter. Actually, it was 69. See, if I push on it, it's 69. I think for the powder coating it gave it a little extra. So they're really, from the factory, my passenger side was 69 and the driver's side was 66. So they did stay true to the Ford original specification. They didn't just give you two springs that were the same wire diameter. Now, any other manufacturer probably would have done that, but not Ford. Okay, so if you didn't know, I didn't know for a long time, but on the forums I found out, years ago that Ford offset their engines and that they used to color code their springs. But now, either you have one longer spring. They did a lot of strange things. Either they put one longer spring on the passenger side or they put a thicker spring, or they did vice versa. They just did a lot of weird stuff. But you can clearly see the thickness of the passenger side on the left And then on the top with the tag, you can see the thinner diameter of that spring. They are side specific. I don't know if the CC 808s are that way, but you can see this is the correct spring for my truck, and why they put down that it's for 6,200 or less when my truck is a 7,500 gross vehicle weight. I don't know. But these springs were the exact replacement for my truck. The Moog 8228.